In just 24 hours is Purim. So we'll continue with some of the halachas, some of the laws pertaining to properly celebrating and fulfilling the mitzvahs of Purim. We are on Siman Kuf Mem Aleph in Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, which is a wonderful sefer to learn if you want to have a summary of the laws, really on any topic of Jewish life. This is the book. So Siman Kuf Mem Aleph, Siv Zayin. Chayev Kol Adam, each person is required, Bein Ish, Bein Isha, whether a man or a woman, must the Shmaya Kriyas HaMegillah, has to hear the reading of the Megillah, Balayla Ubayim, at night and by day. Normally we say that mitzvahs that are connected to a time, like putting on tefillin has to be during the day, wearing tzitzis is by day, and so on, women are exempt. There's some exceptions, matzah is one of them, and Megillah as well, they have to hear Megillah twice, at night and by day, just like men. Therefore also girls should go to the shul. If they don't go for whatever reason to shul, to hear reading of the Megillah, you have to read it for them in the house. Even little children, you need to educate them that they should hear Megillah. Generally, education starts in the realm of chinuch, it's 5 or 6 years old. Education starts even before they're born. But the mitzvahs that we have to get them and train them to start doing is from 5 or 6. But the Rebbe tells us and stresses that when it comes to Megillah, we should have all children, even little babies, should hear. When we call Mokem, don't bring the babies to shul, because they disturb, they get in the way with their noise of those that are listening to the Megillah. As we'll see, the mitzvah of listening to the reading of the Megillah is every single word. And if you miss one word, you didn't fulfill the requirement. So if you're going to bring babies to shul and you're not going to make sure they're quiet, other people won't fulfill the mitzvah.
Can you say how many could you mention?
There's no need. Megillah Shalayla, also because Kedem tastes like a chavim. The evening Megillah, which is tomorrow night, when we read it, it's the same Megillah, but when we read it at night, you're not allowed to read it before it gets dark outside, fully dark. Afal, which in Chicago it's about 7:21. Afal Bisham, it's tied harbe machmat, even though it's it's difficult because you're fasting all day, because tomorrow is a fast day. If someone really has a difficult time fasting, and the Megillah will take 35, 45 minutes, he could eat something once the fast ends. You could have a little snack, maybe drink a coffee or something. In order to strengthen yourself a little bit for the weakness of the fast. For the most part, it's not really done, but if someone feels they can't hold out, they're allowed to drink or eat something. You can't wash for a meal, but you could have a small snack. Again, as long as the fast ended. The best way to do it is to hear the reading of the Megillah in the shul, in a place where you have a big gathering of lots of people. Because when you have a great many people gathered together, that's the respect, the beauty for the king. So when there's more people, it's greater mitzvah, a greater beauty for the mitzvah. At least try to hear the Megillah, reading of the Megillah, with 10 people there with a minyan. If for whatever reason you can't be in shul to hear the Megillah reading with a minyan, every individual could read it. You take Megillah Kshera with a kosher Megillah, with the blessings. It's a mitzvah which you could do even if you don't have a minyan. It's better to have it among a big crowd, at least a minyan. And if not, wherever you are, at home or wherever you may be, you could read it from a kosher Megillah you have to do it from a kosher Megillah, but you could do it with the brachas. If one person knows how to read it, but the other ones don't know, because you're reading it with a tune and without any vowels, the other ones don't know how to do it. One person that knows how to read it, he'll read it, and everyone else will listen. The Yetzim, and they go out, even though they're not going to be a minyan, you're still fulfilling the mitzvah by hearing someone else read it. But there's a bracha after the reading of the Megillah, which that is only said in Eimin Nakba Asada. We only say it when you have a full minyan. Even without Shem Malchus, a yachid, individual who doesn't have a minyan, is allowed to say it. So in summary, Megillah should be read. The best case scenario is in shul, with a community, where there's people there. That's the best way. You can't at least do a minyan. You can't do that. Wherever you are, it could be done. Kosher Megillah, someone could read it for you. You could read it yourself if you know how. You can make the brachas before. The brachas after, you can't do with Hashem's name if you don't have a minyan. Minig b'chol Yisrael, the custom accepted by all the Jewish people is the reader of the Megillah does not read it from a rolled Megillah. A Torah is a scroll, right? You open up the section that you're reading and you read it. A Megillah, you open it up fully. It's not rolled up while you read. You spread it out, you fold it over, daf al daf, kama yigeres, page on page like a letter. So instead of reading it like this, and part of it's rolled up, you open it and you fold it over like this way. It's like this. Like a Megillah. Like a letter. The reason is because in the Megillah it's called the letter of Purim. Mordechai and Esther sent out this letter of Purim, which is the story, to all those to remember the miracle and to read the miracle and so on. Aval Hashemim, those that are listening, einam tzrichim lefashta, they don't have to spread it out like that. You're reading from a full Megillah, you could listen to it how you want, open it up. You don't have to spread it out like a letter. The one that's reading the Megillah at night or by day, you say 3 blessings before. Al Mikra Megillah is a bracha that we make because it's a mitzvah, and every mitzvah that we do has a bracha before. It's interesting, besides tzedakah. A few, but tzedakah doesn't have a bracha before, because imagine a poor person is standing, he wants to get some money, you say, wait, I have to first put on my gartel, I'm going to go make a bracha, when we go to the mikvah first, by the time you're done, all your preparations for this bracha, the poor person already passed out from hunger. But you make a bracha al Mikra Megillah. Sha'asa nisim, a blessing for the miracles then and now. And then Shechiyanu, it's a bracha which is made thanking Hashem that we reached this milestone. Any mitzvah which is done rarely, it's special, it's unique, we make a 3rd bracha for that. Well, achar kriyasan, after the reading of the Megillah, kercha kula, you rolled it up fully. U'anicha lefanav, you leave it in front of him. U'avarchem brachas Rabbas Rivenu v'chulu. You make the bracha. Rabbas Rivenu. Im avol keres ha-Megillah, yivarach achar sa-brachas, if God forbid, someone who's in mourning reads the Megillah, someone else should make the brachas for him. Mishum bircha shechiyanu, because he does not make the bracha shechiyanu. It's a happy thing, and he doesn't do that bracha. 3 brachas are said. Bircha shechiyanu shal yom, during the day where we make shechiyanu again, you already made shechiyanu the night before, last night. Yichavnu gam al mitzvah shleach manos matanas lavienim v'sudas Purim. When you make the bracha shechiyanu, or you're listening to the bracha of shechiyanu, have in mind that this is for the other mitzvahs of Purim, which are to give gifts of food to the poor, shalach manos, give gifts of food to your friend, even if they're not poor, and money to poor people, and sudas Purim, a feast of Purim. The chazan also he has to have in mind to be mitzi, help. He's saying the bracha for them, for everyone else that's listening, for those brachas for those mitzvahs as well. To clarify, we don't make our own bracha when we're listening to the Megillah. The one that's reading makes the bracha. We say Amen. The one that's reading should have in mind not just Megillah during the day, but also the other mitzvahs. When you're listening, have in mind that this Amen is fulfilling the bracha of Shechiyanu for the other mitzvahs as well. Megillah, the one that reads the Megillah, you have to have in mind that you want to be mitzi, to help everyone else fulfill this mitzvah, all those that are listening. The one that's listening has to have in mind to be yetze the mitzvah, and he has to listen to every single word. Even if he missed one word from the Megillah, he did not fulfill the requirement of the Megillah. The one that's reading has to be very careful when they make noise and a commotion, when we bang for Haman. Imagine the Balkeda is saying Haman ben Amdasa, and while he's saying it, everyone starts to make with their groggers and make noise, as is the custom. So some people only heard the word ha, they didn't hear Haman, or they heard Haman but not ben Amdasa. You have to wait till everyone finished, the noise stopped, and then say the word. You should be quiet until the noise subsided completely. It's appropriate and it's best that each person should have their own kosher Megillah. In order you should be able to say every single word quietly. And maybe he won't hear one word from the reader. Even a woman, if she could, she should have her own Megillah. Because sometimes in the woman's section, it's hard to hear because children are there. And you said that, I didn't say that. And the women are required to hear the Megillah, as we said, just like the men. If they didn't sanctify the moon, sometimes the last night could be the 14th of Adar, and you're concerned based on where you live that the climate and the weather you may not have a moon later. What should you do? There's a whole discussion. If you started reading the Megillah already, if you didn't read it yet, when should you do that? We will conclude here for Ma'ariv. But if you take one thing away from it, it's listen to every word of the Megillah. When it's read, and when the brachas are made, have in mind the Yetzeh for the other mitzvahs as well.